Today we are going to talk about chairs. Chairs for your office, chairs to sit in, chairs to be ergonomically comfortable. We're going to talk about chairs. In fact, very specifically, we're going to talk about this chair that I'm sitting in right now. This is the HBADA E3 chair. It is a chair that I have been interested in for a while. I've been searching for chairs for a long time. I have a lot of chairs that I've used in the past. I'm always looking to upgrade chairs. I'm always looking at what's going on in the chair market. The folks at HBADA have sent over this E3 for me to check out and tell you guys about today. I'm going to go through all of the different things about the chair, all the features, the assembly process, how it sits. I've sat in it for now about 2 weeks, and what you need to know about it compared to some other popular chairs, both less in price and a lot more in price, so that you can get a sense of where this sits and whether or not you might be interested in grabbing one. First off, we'll talk about the unboxing and assembly process. The chair came in a big box, and it happened to be kind of rainy in the Iowa, General Cedar Rapids area where I am, and the box came and it was huge, and the bottom had opened, so I kind of had to like roll it over and get it into my house. It kind of came out of the box in my entryway, foyer, coat, closet, whatever, you know what I mean. It kind of came out. But that's okay, because I was going to assemble it in my front room anyway, because that's where I have the most space. Here are the few things that I really was impressed with and some of the thoughts that I had when I first got it going in terms of the assembly process. So materials-wise, this chair is made with very, very good materials. Some of it's, the arms are sort of a softish foam. It's not so soft that you like sink into them, but they aren't hard. And then you've got chrome, you've got hard metals, you've got a steel base with chrome covering, you've got some nice wheels. It's very well balanced. It does have some move to it as well because it has a lot of different sections to it for support of different parts of your back. I was generally really impressed with the overall quality of the materials. The mesh is a nice quality. It's soft, but it doesn't feel fragile. So all of that was very good. It is not rocket science to put together an office chair, and it wasn't rocket science to put together this office chair. It had mostly pictographic instructions that did sort of get confusing a couple of times until you understood what the pictographs were trying to tell you to do. All in all, putting this together took probably less than an hour, maybe 45 minutes. It wasn't that bad. You just had to spend some quality time with an Allen wrench and getting everything put together. Once the thing was finished, I sort of did a little walk around, and I have to admit, this is a bigger chair than I expected it to be in terms of just the sort of amount of space that it takes up. I have here the white with gray accents. It has some chrome accents as well. It's very, very stylish looking, very classy. Comparing this to a couple of different a budget option that is very popular, and of course a higher end option that is ultra popular for all of these years. First, the Staples Hyken chair, which I don't think they make this particular model anymore. Staples and Office Depot and lots of other companies have this pretty much exact chair that they sell. And it does come with a headrest, although I've taken the headrest off of mine. It comes with arms, but I've taken the arms off of mine. I play guitar, and playing guitar with arms on your chairs, unless they, sort of lift up this way, is very, very difficult. And I have not found a lot of high quality chairs with arms that lift this way. So my different chairs that I've had, I've taken the arms off. So compared to the Hyken chair, the Hyken, definitely the mesh is not quite as nice in terms of its feel. The mesh all around. The Hyken chair doesn't really have any lumbar support. Basically, it can go backwards or not go backwards. You can lock it in place. It goes up and down. The Hyken is a comfortable chair, and the one that I have, we had two at one point, and I still have this one, and it's a decent chair. You can sit in it for a while, and it doesn't really get painful or anything like that. However, it is a chair that I got for, I think, $99, probably like 5 or 10 years ago, and you can do a lot better. Compared to the Hyken, the E3, you have 6-way arms, you have adjustable lumbar support, you have adjustable headrest with 4 times the amount of adjustment that you might have with the Hyken chair. You have leaning back 140 degrees, and this particular model also has this leg rest, so you can lean all the way back and then put your legs up. And this just folds back like this and folds in like that, and it's away until you need to have it out again or want to have it out again. Compared to the Hyken chair, you get a lot more chair with the HBADA E3, and I don't think that should be any surprise to anyone. But what was kind of surprising to me is when I compared it to my Herman Miller Aeron. Now, I've loved the Aeron for a long time, and the Aeron has served me well. The Aeron that I have right now is one that I purchased from Facebook Marketplace for $350. I replaced the lumbar supports. I replaced some of the bolsters in different places. The Aeron is adjustable in many different ways, and it depends on which model of Aeron you have. The HBADA has it has adjustments for the seat going forward and back. It has an adjustment to lock or unlock the backrest. Now, the one thing that I do like about this is that when I lean back in this chair, regardless of whether it's locked in position, I don't actually fall backwards. There's a nice balance to this where my lumbar is supported here, and then you lean back, but you have to consciously lean back in order to get that reclined position. Whereas if you recline in the Hyken or the Aeron, if you have it set to be able to do that, then you're going to lean back all the way if you lean back. It's not apples to apples when you're comparing a Facebook Marketplace Herman Miller Aeron to a brand new HBADA E3. However, I can say that the number of support areas, you've got 3-zone lumbar support. You've got adjustability on just about every front. You've got up and down with the arms. You've got in and out a bunch of different ways here. You've got backwards and forwards. You can actually even tilt these up if you want to get into your desk and you don't have enough space because of this. You can tilt your arms up, and then you've got your 3 lumbars, and so it clicks up and then resets if you pull it too far, and then you got to go all the way down and pull it back up to get to the right spot. And you just click it right there. I like it on position number 3. You've got the headrest, which is maybe the first chair with this separate headrest that I've had that actually reaches my head when I lean back, which is a very nice feature. It is a very large headrest, but it is a very nice feature. When you lean back this way, you're looking at 149 degrees of lean, and then you have the leg rests that come out. You can get a model with or without the leg rest, I believe. My overall experience with the E3 has been really good. Like I say, I had seen this chair and had been curious about it, so I was glad when HBADA reached out to ask me if I wanted to do a video, because I wanted to check out this chair because it did look like one of those chairs that would have tons of adjustments and would give you a really great option for getting the right back support, getting the right head support, getting to the right height, getting the seat pan to the right depth. And so the only question I had was whether or not the materials were of a quality that sort of spoke to the amount of features that it had. And I'm happy to say that it does. This is a very comfortable chair. It's a little bit strange because the lumbar moves with you, and then it takes a while to get used to the fact that it has so many separate parts. So it feels a little looser when you sit in it than you might be used to, but no creaks, no anything like that. It's very well put together. It doesn't make a ton of noise. In the 2 weeks that I've spent sitting in this chair for probably about 4 to 8 hours a day, sometimes longer, it's been very comfortable, and I have more options for if I feel like I need to move around. I haven't had any hot spots, no problems with, ache in my lower and mid back, no problems with, with my seat getting numb or anything like that. It has been a very, very good experience, and I'm glad to report that it's everything that I hoped it would be. If you're a gamer and you're looking at this chair for that, one thing I really like is that because these arms are so long, you actually can get right up to your desk, and if you're doing the mouse and keyboard thing, you can have these right at the same level as your desk, so you don't have any pressure on your arms you're totally supported here. And that is a really, really good feature. There are a few negatives that I noticed, and they're only negatives in the sense that they were pain points that I encountered in different places, but they don't affect really the functionality of the chair or whether or not the chair is a good quality. As I mentioned at the top of the video, kind of more challenging than other chairs to put together. The chair itself is somewhat heavy, and the wheels that come with it are kind of that double wheel with the plastic surround to them, and they're not really made for carpet per se. So if you have carpet, you might want to think about some other wheels. I've had sort of like rollerblade wheels that I've used for chairs before, and you can buy those separately and swap them out. And I think a set of those is like 20 or 25 bucks, something like that. Those will roll better on carpet and maybe just be a little bit more fluid. There's nothing wrong with the wheels on this. They just, because the chair is heavy and I'm heavy, it's harder to move on carpet. And I guess the last thing that I could say that's not really a negative, but it was just me having to learn how to do it, was how to get all the different pieces to lock in place. Like I said, if you click the back plate up past 3, then you have to go all the way back down until it clicks again, and then you have to lift it up until you get to the spot that you want, because it will come up and then release all the way down. And then, yeah, it took me a while to figure that out, but once I did, the stuff has stayed set where I wanted it to set, and it's not hard to fix it if it were to move out of place anyway. In conclusion, what do I think about the HBADA E3? It's a very good quality chair. I guess the only other chair that I've seen that I would think would be like this would be something like the Herman Miller Embody, where there's just a lot of moving parts that will move around and give you support in a lot of different ways. You're not sort of just locked into the chair, and that is a very nice feature. It's reasonably priced. Regular price is $6.99, but on Prime Day, you're going to see it on Amazon at 20% off, and then also on the other websites at 20% off, including the HBADA website. Links for everything will be, of course, down in the description. I want to thank HBADA for sending this over and asking me to take a look at it, letting you guys know what I think about it. For sending this over and asking me to take a look at it, letting you guys know what I think about it. It's been a pleasure. I'm glad to have this chair in my collection. If you have any questions or I didn't cover something that you were curious about this chair, hit me in the comments down below and I'll be sure to answer. Once again, thanks so much for being here. My name's Jason, Painfully Honest Tech. Until the next time, I'm out.